Anybody out there? I never can tell. I never can tell. Well, listen, let's see. I'm going to give you a real quick one so you don't have to go looking for it around here on the number system. And let me tell you, it's pretty neat stuff. Now, there's 2 of them, and we're going to give you the first one. It's really just 1 through 9. And how it works is the number 1 represents God. It also is like the beginning, like the chapter, whatever chapter, verse 1, and it usually says like in the beginning. That's actually like the prelude. All right, so that's 1. 2 is the creation. Generally, in most cases, 2 is the duality. The creation is you and me. The person in duality, or bringing 2 things together, something like what 2 things are joined together. All right, and that happens a lot in the stories, and that's number 2. The number 3 is a combination of the first 1 and 2. It's like, oh, now, we got this. Now this is you and me. When the duality, when 2 and 1 comes together, you got 3. 3 is the divine intervention, because now it is with you, inside and with you. So that's 3. The number 4 becomes worlds. This is what the last videos were about, or what considered worlds, and that's north, east, south, and west. Just think about the four winds coming from different directions, and each one of those means something. Each one of those, the north means the north is the emotions, and the south is the physical part of us, and the right side is the spiritual, and the left side is the intellectual side. So you would see that 4 is what that last couple of videos were about, which we talk about worlds. And it was pretty involved. And each one of these are worlds within themselves when you talk about Aries and Taurus and Gemini, because these are reflections of personalities, both good and bad, that are reflected not only on the different people that are born through the different times during those years, because they all make up that age. We're not the same people that were done in the last ages. We're, because of the concepts of time and how it's progressing through the world in this procession, is that we are all gaining, and even I swear to God, we're going in an opposite direction. But that means that only because maybe we remember that these are cycles, and this has happened before. This is this idea that perhaps this has happened to us before, and we've blown up the world, and we've done all these things, and perhaps it's even part of the whole scheme, So anyhow, so 4 is the worlds. 5, when 5 comes in, so 4, when you hear 4 will have something to do with kingdoms, or concepts that are encompassing. All right. So, and then 5 becomes the body, becomes anything that has to do with skin. Skin, the number 5, devil is number 5, our skin's number 5, our senses, the garment that we are wearing, the lamb that we are, the sacrifice. We're also good for food, that idea that we are going to be consumed in a fire and cooked and taste. That's 5. 6 now. 6 is as far as the chakra system. These are all talking about days and the days of our lives. We're now up to the 6th chakra. This is it. This is the shoulders. You're up there. You're getting ready to go after all of those works. After you got yourself, you realize this, and 2, you have to be joined together. You're looking for 3 and 4 and 5. You're all together, and 6 comes in. Now we're going. It's time to, put up or shut up. This is a chance where people and things can come in and try to cause you not to go on there, the stories. It's also this idea that, the word even shows up, the word even, because you're right up there. And when you cross over into 7, so 6 is works, and if you're all ready and it's anticipation, getting ready, let's go. I want you to go down, get this going. We're gonna be prepared, because 7 pops in. 7 is hell and mayhem, and it's also when you get fed. This is the best part of it. Fire and brimstone and all kinds of hell and fire, and all your people and things are destroyed and other things are replaced. All that stuff. Oh, I don't want to answer the phone. Probably have to. But anyways, that's 6. Uh-oh. So 7 is the one going over. 8 is completion. Usually in the number 8, they're all rebuilding. It's restoring. The best everything's coming in. There's a big feast going on. 8 is the after completion. It's like, and everyone's running around drunk on the new wine and stuff like that. It's the new you. It's all new now. This is where Jacob turns into Israel. This is when you turn into Israel. All right? When you have peace of mind, you've become even. That's what that's called. That's numbers 8. 9 is really what you're playing with, is consciousness. You're trying to take the lower conscious and bring it into a higher place. That's all you're doing. You're taking the 666 and you're turning it into 144,000. You're really just taking the lower 9 and fishing. You're taking they say it, what do they say? Toss your nets over to the right side of the boat. That's a fish food that you're going to get at. All right. 9. The number 10 becomes just 1. 11 becomes 2. And so all the rest of them, but they're in series of 9s. And as you go through there, you'll find that each one of those is going to follow along those storylines, and that's how that works. And so, if you remember this one here with this last group, it starts off with Leo and it ends up with Virgo, and what they all mean is really interesting, because what you get is you get Leo, which is sun worship. So that's 1. Everyone starts worshiping the sun. All right. And then Cancer comes, and then we have, which is the second one, and that's floods and builders, the building. That's you, talking about you. 2. 3 becomes Gemini. This is you again. This is you, and you got wisdom. This is about the golden age of wisdom, plus Gemini is you and your brother. All right? And so, along with the intellect and stuff like that, so we've got all 3 working together. 4 is the Taurus, is the meat, it's the beast. We're the beast. You and I are the beast. We've always been the beast. That's 4. 5 the same way. Aries, with the war and the fighting. This is the duality and the challenge, the individual and independence. That's 5. And we got 6 going on down here to Pisces, where we have the 6's even place. This is where Buddha and philosophy, the bringing together of the positive and the negative to make this God thing come alive in us. At 6 and 7 would be Aquarius. Aquarius, the greater spirituality, the science, the brotherhood. This is it. This is 7 when we cross over, and then 8 would be Capricorn, building, rebuilding, establishing, reestablishing order. So this is Capricorn, showing you that this is 8. And 9, we get the real inner side of us and the renewing, and that's in Sagittarius. And it just gets into where now we're talking with the animals and having a great time. So you'll see that all these numbers, they still keep adding up the same. You put 2 2s together, you get 4. You get 2 4s together, you can make 8. And when you think about that, it answers a whole mess of questions. It really does. So anyways, that's just a quick little top off. You guys, best to you. What's with the number?